general, and if he could see the big orange overload in front of us, he'd probably start singing Rocky Top. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hatcher.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. There he goes. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's James. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here in this game, in this environment. All 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
To the air. It's Aguilar. That's caught. It's Bishop. Bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Bishop. At the 35, he's open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Volunteers are on the move. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bishop. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They're dealing with a second and long. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And the Vols are threatening on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Working that left side now. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ross Simmons. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Makes the grab. It's Cook.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
On the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the big fella. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Vols have this offense rolling. Rides the back on the option, the give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Volunteers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Aguilar. Finds the tight end. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try the run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. The screen, he can go. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. Touchdown Orange! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Finds his man. It's Matthews. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Throwing right. Makes a connection. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Aguilar. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Gill. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And his throw is incomplete. caught in the backfield. It's James. Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield very late in the half. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. From the 49, they're going to spin that wheel of fortune and try it on 4th and long. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground game on the left. Powers through the defender. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Vols come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Finds his man. It's Davis. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The Vols have their offense in high gear.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Try to get it to the edge. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get into some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
To the air on second down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Inside the 50. past the 30. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Syracuse. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. He lets it fly. Pulls it in down the middle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Complete in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This offense had been steadily moving down the field, but the metrics show you just how big a single negative play can be on a drive.
Yeah, it's a backbreaker. It definitely puts you in a bad situation, but this offense has had a lot of success. Don't forget what got me here on this drive. I still probably got a couple of downs. What, 4th down? I've already put a good drive together. I'm probably going to go for it anyways.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're testing the right side here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
No panic and hesitation by the defense on that play. First off, nice job getting some pressure, flushing the quarterback out to his left, and even a better job in the back end covering after that scramble play.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All wideouts, no backs. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Bishop. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Buys a little extra time. It's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
Woof. Deep breath, big sigh of relief. He's able to recover it. You know, you put that thing on the deck, you start to panic, but great job getting back to the fumble, recovering his own fumble. Otherwise, whew, that could have been bad.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Green 25.
Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Aguilar. Grab near the sticks, it's Staley. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Back's got it. Touchdown ball! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackler. Not able to get it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. That's reeled in, it's James. Turns it on in midfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly, He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Cook. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Grabbed in the backfield. It's James. Touchdown, Cuse. And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Bunch formation for these receivers. To throw, it's Aguilar. Snagged in the middle, it's Bishop. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football down.
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
So here is the Tennessee offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker, it's Matthews. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium.
There he goes! Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wants to throw again. Pulls it in, it's Lewis. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Matthews. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Lets it fly deep downfield. This is hard from the way touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. They'll try to run it in. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Syracuse, 28.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. precious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. This offense has it with really good field position. The give as they work on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.